It's understandable that after 6 long months on the road, the beaches of Troy Corser's home in Wollongong look decidedly attractive. Riders find it much easier surviving the tour with family or friends. It helps if they're as supportive as Stacey Hall, Corser's partner of more than a year. So what can he do?
Races motorcycles, rides a jet ski, snow skis, slalom skis, barefoot skis. He can cook. He actually does laundry.
On dry land, but not far away, west of Sydney, Alex, 12, Erin, 14, and big brother Anthony, an elderly 20, do what comes naturally for a Gobert. The junior Goberts have been desperate for their brother's return. Alex is learning motocross, while Erin's already won 5 national dirt titles. And while Anthony is fast-tracking on road bikes, he still feels the need to spend time with his brothers.
I want to make sure our family is strong and, you know, sticks together. And I want my brothers to know who I am also, you know. I don't want them to grow up and not know who I am. You know, I want to be here as much as I can for them and make sure, you know, they end up where I am if that's where they want to go.
All right, Doohan now winding down here at Donington. It's been a great performance. Takes the flag. Michael Doohan. Daryl Beattie will take second spot.
Only the most ardent bike fan will have noticed, but on July 23, motorcycling history was made. Mick Doohan and Daryl Beattie grabbed the quinella that day in the British Grand Prix at Donington Park. But a few hours earlier, 2 Australians also ran first and second in the World Superbike Championship in Laguna Seca, America.
A youngster who had to be driven around by his girlfriend Beverly here in America because 20-year-olds can't hire a car in America. So an incredible performance by this youngster. He certainly is one of the men to watch. Anthony Gobert wins the first race here at Laguna Seca.
If I see Troy in front of me or something, I always want to get in front of him because, you know, I always want to be the first Aussie, you know. But it's funny, like, it doesn't really go to any sort of silly limits or anything. Like, I only treat him like another rider. I want to beat everybody.
And Corser comes up to take the checkered flag.
As Corser reversed the placings and took the second heat, he had no idea of the Doohan-Beattie domination in England.
We never got a chance to see the race, but it was great. Obviously, we didn't know anything about it until after coming in after the second race, but and to find out was even better again, to dominate both levels of the World Championship.
World Superbikes are where 500cc riders cut their teeth. Make it here and you're a good chance of making it in the premier class. With just 2 rounds to go, Troy Corser and his promoter Ducati are in second place in the championship. 95's been successful but intense. Superbike racing is ultra tight, as the Australians showed at Monza.
Well, there it is there. Troy Corser, in fact, Matthew, has ridden straight into the back of him.
Yes, that's right. Troy obviously got in there a little bit too hot, couldn't go anywhere. It looked like he got sandwiched between Anthony and Aaron Slight. So, yeah, that's unfortunate. Both of the Aussies out of the race now and lying in the kitty litter.
And Troy will want to forget his time in the air.
Oh, big one!
That was big.
Oh, that's Corser coming off worst there.
Corser got clipped there by Bontempi. Well, they say the little guys bounce well, and that little guy bounced so well, I can't believe it.
Each one you have, you do learn a little bit more about what happened or why it happened, or you tend to learn sort of what's going to happen or what to do. So I think maybe that sort of helped me a little too this year. I sort of, when I do hit the ground, I don't panic. I know where I am, and you just got to hope that there's nothing that you're going to hit. That's when you get injured.
Anthony Gobert's fairy tale entry into World Superbikes began at Phillip Island last year, when he walked from Honda down pit lane to pick up a ride on Kawasaki and proceeded to stun a partisan crowd.
I wanted to get my first sort of World Superbike win out of the way, because now I can start the season next year full of confidence and ready to go.
A full year riding for Muzzy Kawasaki hasn't been so easy. The gifted Gobert is running 5th after a slow start, not helped by mechanical problems.
Lucky enough, I sort of got a little bit mad at the team, and, you know, they sort of turned around and worked even harder and, you know, sort of pulled things together. And, you know, I think that's why the results got a little bit better, because the bike was a little bit more reliable, and, you know, I think that showed in the results.
But the main game is still the 500cc's. When Kevin Schwantz made his Suzuki ride available earlier this year, possibles appeared everywhere.
Obviously, I sort of thought about it. It was a good offer to have a chance to get in with Suzuki and in with the factory, but I chose to stay with the World Superbike again for another season.
The international bike scene can be cruel. Australian casualties, at least temporarily, include Matt Mladen and Gary McCoy. But of all the young Australians, Troy Corser has managed to keep his feet on the ground.
They are an awesome motorcycle, the 500s, and I think are a lot more difficult to ride than the Superbike, fast at 100%, and to win races you've got to be riding 100%.
And as much as Gobert would like to test the sport's richest raw talent in the Grand Prix, he knows the big time is still at least a year away. Besides, he has some unfinished business to do.
It was best for my career at this stage to stay in the Superbike class and learn as much as I could there and not leave the battle. The way I looked at it was if I left, it was like leaving the war when you're down. So I wanted to turn that around and try and win some races and get back on top of it before I went 500 racing. I didn't want people to say that I was running away.